y'all doing? Just pinning this comment real quick. As y'all know, set this up right here. Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. Set that right there. Let's get right into it, man. Let's get right into it. Gonna try not to be before you long today. Um, I don't know. I was sitting back here watching. I was rewatching. I was not rewatching, but I was watching the live stream that ICT did today. I kind of dozed off. Well, I ain't gonna say I dozed off, and I woke up. This was like just now. This was just now. I woke up like in a mood, like I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm from to crawl into my cave and be a loner. I'm from the fall. I'm from to fall into the shadows. Shout out PDub and Lex. So I'm like I'm from to fall into the shadows and disappear. White shadow, white shadow, white shadow. I don't know. I just woke up in a mood. I don't remember if I dreamed anything. I don't remember if I dreamed anything, but when I woke up, just was in a mood. I don't know. Let's see who in the chat. What's going on here to learn and share? What's happening? Hey, 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 how you doing? What's up, FC? What's up, Mendez? What's going on, Lil Hawk? Uh, how about them Bears today? What's up with your face red heart shape? Okay. Let me see what a face with a red heart shape look like. I want to see what a face with a red heart shape looks like. While I'm going to see what a face with a red heart shape looks like, y'all excuse me for not looking directly at you. But if this is your first time tuning into Tim's Tidbits, please allow me to say welcome. Let me let y'all see what I'm doing so it won't just seem like I'm being rude. Shout out to Cow Feet. Look at the pus skeet. Did you see the pus skeet when I hovered over it? If this is your first time tuning into Tim's Tidbits, please allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning into Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome. And I also want to give you a nice hearty, well, thank you. Oh, that's what it looks like. It says it's a face red heart shape. Okay. Yes, it's a heart with a face on it. Okay. Face red heart shape. Got it. I wanted to see what a face red heart shape looked like. That's not one of mine. That's YouTube there. So if this is first time tuning into Tim's Tidbit, welcome. If it's not your first time tuning into Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome. And I want to give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning into Tim's Tidbits, hanging out with me and my boy Spidey back here. Y'all know where he at. He's over there by the desk in the London fog room, hanging out with my sweetie over there in the corner. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you don't know who I am, I'm pretty sure you know who I am by now. The people who pull up every day, you know who I am. But just in case you're new or if this is your first time, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Al Gore's internet every single day, once in the morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time and once in the evening at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time to talk about what? The price action. Why do I do it? Because I want to help someone like you get your aha moment, right? That's it. Subscribe, like, all that. Thank you. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into it because like I was saying, I woke up in a mood. Like, have I done all I can do? Has my time come to an end? Is it time for little Timmy Rogers to fall back into the shadows and leave it up to everybody else on Al Gore's internet. Is it time for little Timmy Rogers to push the little baby bird out the nest? Say, fly, pelican, fly. Is it time? I don't know. Let's go over here and look at the price action. While we on Al Gore's internet, let's go over here and holler at our friend Spalene. Y'all know who Spalene is. If you don't know who Spalene is the SPY, the ETF that tracks the performance of the S&P 500. Around here, we call it Spalene. Even wrote a song for it. You want to hear it? Here it go. Man, I got to get some water. Told y'all I just woke up. Me. Okay. If you know the lyrics, sing it with me. Spalene, where you at, baby? Here I go. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad that you came through. Oh, Spalene, look what you done do. What did you do, Spalene? We came down, but we went up. What do we do? What do we do? What do we typically do before big news? The market makes its way to fair value. It makes its way to fair value. Well, Tim, what do you consider fair value? I consider fair value to be whatever the algo deems fair value. Well, Tim, how do you know what the algo deems fair value? Figure out where the price range the algo is dealing in and find the equilibrium. That is fair value. So the SPY closed here at 398.91. Right? Equilibrium about what's going on. Equilibrium for our entire price range box, right? Equilibrium for our entire price range box is 398.07 right here. 398.07. So we closed right there at equilibrium. Right? At equilibrium. What Tradition said? Get out of those feelings. We be waiting on you, and I rewatch when I miss a day. Fly, pelican, fly. Fly, fly, pelican, fly. So FOMC is coming up, right? FOMC is coming. Yes. Christopher. Yes, sir. Come here for a second. Sir. Come here for a second. Yes,
¿Cómo estás?
See right there what Miss Tranisha say? All the way at the bottom.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe.
All right. All right, Monk.
Monk.
You got on your monk robe. So, where was I? Oh yeah. It made its way back to equilibrium. And now it's hanging out waiting on the big news. Why does the market move back to equilibrium? I truly don't know, but I can give my opinion on it. My opinion for why the market makes its way back to equilibrium and ahead of really big news events. One, because they're the everyone anticipates volatility, right? One, everybody anticipates volatility. So if you're going to anticipate volatility, you're going to expect, like, a sharp move in one direction or another. So you don't want to be offside. You want to be neutral. You want to be neutral ahead of the news event. So what did the market do? We ended Friday down here at 389.99, right? And then we ended today, Monday and Tuesday, we ended it right up here at equilibrium as well, just above 398. Where do we close? Just above 398. This is on the spot, right? The market moved back to fair value and is waiting on the news, right? Tranisha, stop distracting me. Stop distracting me. Matter of fact, I'm closed. Let me close the chat. Get out of here, chat. Yeah, let's go over here to the ES. We 12 minutes in. Let's go to the ES. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, who remember this? Who remember this right here? Who remember this right here? I want to share this. TDA, move out of the way. Okay, I want to share this right here. Let me go. I'm gonna go down to what we was on this morning. Hour of 15-minute candles. What are we on this morning? Remember when I told y'all dead giveaway was going to get my video demonetized? It did. I had to cut the dead giveaway out of there because I got a notice today. It was like, hey, you got a copyright, blah, 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 blah. So I had to go in and cut that. Just like I had to cut out that one little piece when I had 21 Savage saying I might slap a track on his whip and get the Addy. They made him demonetize my video. So I had to go in and cut out that little piece. Now, but that dead giveaway, that it took it out. I kind of figured dead giveaway because I let that play. Now, did we do? I think we did 15-minute candles because it don't look the same. No, I was right the first time. It was hourly candles. It was hourly candles because if I look over there, that says 1 hour fair value gap. Yep, hourly candles. Who remembers this? Right? If you were on the, now I need to chat back. If you were on the live this morning and you remember me going through all of this stuff right here, drawing out this big box, putting that BPR in there. Look at me. I put BPR. If you remember me putting this box here, drawing out this rectangle there, drawing out this rectangle here, drawing out that rectangle there, drawing out that rectangle there. If you remember me doing that and talking about what we anticipated price doing, shout out Seawalk who pulled up and he was talking about the new week opening gaps. Y'all see I done deleted a bunch of new week opening gaps off because I said I was going to take them all off and then go back and start over from scratch. I started taking them off and I was going back starting over from scratch. But yeah. So this is the 9 o'clock candle. So we were around here somewhere between these two candles there. We was around here somewhere when we was talking about it because Seawalk was talking about that new week opening gap right there, down there, that 411, 413. He was talking about that one there. So if you was on here, hey, I don't see nothing in chat. I guess nobody was on here. Guess wasn't nobody on here. Nobody remembers it. Since nobody remembers it, I won't waste my time saying it then. I won't waste my time saying it then. Nobody was on here. Close that. Get rid of that. Do I need any of this? Yeah, I'll leave that on there. Okay. Here we go. So this morning, let's go. Let's find. Let's go down to 15 minutes so we can get the morning opening. Did y'all used to do that when y'all was kids? Okay. Toomey said, I remember. Elizabeth said, I remember. Hey, who left the gate open? Who left the gate open? Are you listening to day trading affirmations? You seem like a guy that needs it. You look stressed, got gray hair, and speak like Biden. Okay. We got 3 people that say they remember. Is that yes supposed to be remembering? If that yes is supposed to be remembering, all I need is 1. So since we got at least 2, I'll speak about it. For the 2 people, Toomey, Elizabeth, and we'll chunk here to learn and share in there because she put yes, right? She put yes. Shout out to homie Mark. He wants some attention. There's your attention, Mark. Hello. Right? So Seawalk. So we got a few people that say they remember. Now, the only thing I want to say about that is if you we'll leave it on 15-minute candles, no biggie, right? We can leave it on 15-minute candles, no biggie. I say that if you remember what we talked about when price was, we just gonna go, I can't remember exactly what time it was, right? So I scooted over here. I put it like this right here. I put it just like that, right? So I'm put it like that. If you remember when I need the what's the name too? Yes, I need that. There you go. If you remember when the chart looked like this, and I said, hey, let's draw this out. Let's see where we are now. It was on hourly candles, so I scrunched it down and I drew out this breaker, right? We had a bearish breaker. We had a bearish fair value gap. We had a bullish breaker. We had a bullish fair value gap, right? We started out up here because I said, let's go to where price is. Price is almost at equilibrium. Price, I'm saying all this to say that this is just to encourage anybody who's still like struggling with the concepts. Excuse me, anybody that's new to the concepts, and all of them are lazy people. I never want to forget the lazy people too, right? So if you're struggling with the concepts, you're new to the concepts, or you're just lazy and you're just looking for the call out, gotcha. This is an encouragement to the people that's still struggling and the people that's new, that if you do the work, right? If you do the work, you too can prevent forest fires. You too. No, I'm just playing. If you do the work, you will get to the point where you will start to be able to be accurate and precise. Remember the 4 bullseyes I told you? The bottom right, that was highly accurate, highly precise. You too will be highly accurate, highly precise when it comes to reading price. In a nutshell, we pointed out premium PD arrays, discount PD arrays, and price was sitting on top of a balanced price range. We said it in a whole lot more depth than that. We said because FOMC is coming up and we were just under equilibrium. We said because tomorrow's FOMC, see price coming up here, we're at this premium PD array, right? That's opportunity to short it down to this discount PD array right here, we do not see price having the desire to go lower than this, because this is a balanced price range, and we expect price to bounce off this fair value gap and breaker down here and push up and close the day around equilibrium, right? We said all of that when the chart looked just like this right here. And then at the end of the day, what did it do? So off of that breaker in order, I'm breaking fair value gap, came down to this breaker in fair value gap, pushed back up and closed the day where? Right at equilibrium. I do not have a crystal ball. I just look at the price action and I apply the teachings that I learned from Michael J. Huddleston, aka ICT, and I practice, 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 and 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 practice. Just want to say that to be an encouragement to somebody who's still struggling with it, somebody who's new to it, and for those that's just lazy. It can be done. I know you hear a lot of people online saying you can't time the market. You can't predict what the market is going to do. You can't, you can go along for the ride though. You can go along for the ride. Right? And the only reason you really can't predict what the market's going to do over too much time is because of the manual manipulation via the news. If news wasn't getting like injected like every day of the week, we got economic calendars that's showing you when they gonna inject these manual manipulation. If they wasn't injecting this manual manipulation, you could predict what the market gonna do 6 months down the road, because price is fractal. Just like you can predict what the market is going to do with a high degree of accuracy and precision on daily, weekly, hourly, you know what I'm saying? The shorter the time frame, the easier it is to predict what it's going to do, because it's a lot less manipulation on the short time frames. But as you start having to wait through news, that's when you don't know what the market going to do. Just like you got FOMC tomorrow, right? You got FOMC tomorrow, and right now, right, everybody and their mama can see, right? Everybody and their mama can see that price is trying to get to where? The place where we said on Sunday, right? Remember on Sunday when we talked about this for the gold members and the Black Spider members, right? Remember on Sunday? That buy side up there, right? This is where price was when we talked about that. Price was right here. All right, let's do this right here. All right. We closed here on Friday. Right? We closed there on Friday. Okay, let me make this fat so y'all can see it. We closed there on Friday. Right? We said price was going here. Right? On Sunday. We closed there on Friday. So that's what the chart looked like. That's what the chart looked like when we start marking up our chart. We said price going right there. That's the draw on liquidity. That's where we think price is going based off the TDA that we've done. The price we've been watching, that's what we think the market is going, right? Look where we are now. Right there, a stone's throw away. But because tomorrow is FOMC, some manual manipulation is coming into the market. So guess what? If they don't like what comes out of the meeting, burp, if they don't like what Powell say, burp, manual manipulation. Or it can very well go up there and still hit that and still burp, manual manipulation. But if you don't have to worry about the news popping in, what you do, because there's weekly news events. It's just like jobless claims. They come out every Thursday. There's stuff that happen every week. There's stuff that happen once a month. There's stuff that happen once a quarter. You can set your watch to it. Why do you set your watch to it? Because you don't want to be actively in a position, futures wise, even options wise, when these highly volatile events are going to go off. You just wait to see where the manual manipulation is going to take the market to. And then you get on the bus, turn on your Erykah Badu. Think I need a window seat. Don't want nobody close to me. Get you a window seat. Get you a window seat. Now, but I said all that to say this is just my effort to encourage people that are new to it. Shout out Shannon. Shannon pulled up and talked all of my eardrums out yesterday. I talked her eardrums out because she kept asking questions. So she asked all the questions. I did all the talking, and now I'm hoarse, right? But Shannon new to it. Somebody that's new to it gonna have a lot of questions. Somebody that's new to it gonna look in amazement like, turn the wrong thing on. Somebody new to it is gonna look in jeez and rice. Somebody new to it is gonna look highly amazed at like, oh my, how is this possible? The same way I used to be when I first started seeing Michael call these candles and it go to exact. I'm like, how in the world is this? What kind of witchcraftery is this man wielding? I'm totally flabbergasted. God, but if I can do it, you can do it. If I can look at these candles and be accurate and precise of where it's going, you can too. Now, all of that aside, yeah, we accurate, yeah, we precise. Now, what you have to overcome is 1, greed, 2, emotional attachment to the money, right? Meaning you care if you win, you care if you lose the money. You have to know your model inside and out. You have to know your model inside and out. It behooves you to only have one model to trade. It's cool to know everything, but it behooves you to only have one model to trade, right? And then practice, 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 practice. When you know you're ready to go live, and then keep practicing, practicing, and practicing after you go live. Because knowing where the market is going to go and being on that bus, listening to Erykah Badu, it's two different things. Two different things. You hear me? Today, the market went up, down, up, down. 9:30. That's where the market opened up. Y'all can't see that? See that? That's where the market opened up. Y'all can't see that? See that? Where the market opened up. Y'all can't see that? See that? All right. So market open there. Market closed there. So that's the New York session right there. Right? As you can already see, overnight, we took out yesterday's high before 5. We took it out over here at 3:30. Looks like, yes. We took it out at, nope, that's last night's high. So we took out yesterday's high during the Asian, right? So we took out the high again after taking out yesterday's high. We made a new high again during the London, right? So we've already taken buy side, right? We've already taken buy side when the market opened, right? We're well above where market closed. So we got a nice healthy gap up as we saw on the SPY, right? As we saw on the SPY, we saw there was a nice, beautiful gap up, right? Right there. That's the gap up. There was a nice gap up on the SPY, right? Let's see how, while we over here, let me check something real quick. I want to see how far down into the gap we came. Where's 1600 candle? Right here. Well, 545. I mean 345. So from the New York close to the New York open, and we're gonna change this to quads. Quad City DJs. Loose my money, honey. Jiggle out, jiggle out, jiggle out. Jiggle out, jiggle out, jiggle out. So we came down to 50% of the opening gap. I got it on values right now. If I change it to levels, then you can see 50%. We came down to 50%. We came down to 50%. 0.5 right there inside of the new day opening gap from New York close to New York open. Remember the other day on the live when I said ICT be talking about 2 different new day opening gaps, where he be talking about the one that go from the ES close to the ES open, which is from 5 o'clock p.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. Then he be talking about the 4 o'clock p.m. close to the next day at 9:30 a.m. 2 different gaps. He be talking about new day opening gaps. He was talking about this one today on his live. He's spoken about it before too. So we came down 50%, aka consequent encroachment of the new day opening gap. So at the open here we go. That right there coming down to a low there. Now that we know that there's consequent encroachment on the new day opening gap, if we put in the other stuff that I put on while we were talking live, you see we came down into that got institutional order flow entry drill on the fair value gap, right? There you go there. The top of the fair value gap is 4,375. The low of that candle right there is 4,350. So one tick below classic institutional order flow entry drill. ICT always talk about setting your limit at either the high or the low plus one tick so that you get picked up on a institutional order flow entry drill. And then we went back up, had a break in market structure, came back down, down close candle and fair value gap supported price, traded back up, breaking market structure, didn't even try to retrace, and traded back above equilibrium at the close of the New York. Then in the after hours, we opened up, started to trade back down. But that is the New York price action for the day. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Oh, my Lord. I see a whole bunch of uncultured currencies. I am not reading the chat. I am not reading the chat. We are 35 minutes in. I'm 5 minutes over. I'm calling it. That's all right. What's up, Towns? Yes, it has. I don't care about a supply zone. Interesting that the high is a stone's throw away from consequent encroachment of the 3-7 fair value gap. Three seven. Yes. We get out of the way. Get out of the way. Yeah. Just got a little bit to go to it because we already hit half of it. We're not far away, just like you said, stones throw away. And that fair value gap is what? Where is that fair? The low of that fair value gap is what? Now, mind you, I'm using this candle here and not the candle right next to it because we've already traded, we've offered buy side and sell side to the lower half of this fair value gap right here, right? This is the entire fair value gap, right? But from roughly half, just under half, right? So from just under half down to the low, right? So just under half down to the low, we've offered buy side and sell side. So that portion of the fair value gap, can't see my screen. Can't see my screen. I'm not going back, but we've offered buy side and sell side for the lower portion of this fair value gap. So that's why I'm anchoring it to that high because we've already repriced that piece of the fair value gap. This is the only part of the fair value gap that still needs attending to, right? So, like I say, the high is a stone's throw away from there. And that high, the low of that fair value gap, the high of that candle is what? Is what again? It is the buy side liquidity that we said the market was heading toward on Sunday. It's the buy side liquidity right there. Because if I move that fair value gap out of the way, boop. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Tis. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Did y'all used to do that when y'all was kids? Did y'all used to do that? What did I do to Shannon? If I'm a betting man, I think we tank, but the bank issue worries me that they will just lay off for a while, which will cause a rip. Okay. Thank you for that. We are still in the middle of the road. We're still in the middle of the road. And if you do not know what the middle of the road is, the middle of the road. The middle of the road is fair value. The middle of the road is equilibrium. The middle of the road is halfway in between the highest high and the lowest low. You are still in the middle of the road. That's it, man. I don't see nothing in the chat. I don't see nobody trying to pull up to ask a question. We're 40 minutes into it. Apologize for going over. There was something else I want to say. It's slipping my mind. It's slipping my mind. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Oh well. That's a wrap, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hopefully I was able to share something that helps somebody in some kind of way. Hopefully, I was able to encourage somebody who's still struggling with, what I'm saying, the ICT concepts. Because that's all I talk about. I don't talk about, I don't care what you decide to trade, but the only thing I talk about are the ICT concepts, because that's the only thing I trade. Right. So hopefully I was able to help somebody to understand something a little bit about ICT concepts today and encourage some the people who know it but are struggling with it, and just maybe help somebody get the aha moment, light bulb moment, whatever you want to call it, because that's why I do what I do. That's all. Nothing else. I'm just a simple dude from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, man. Your friendly neighborhood retired man. Those are my webs. Shout out to Spidey back there hanging out by the London Fog Vest. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody for your prayers, for my kids, for my offsprings, for the fruit of my loins. Christopher is doing much better. My daughters are thriving in their apartments. God is good and my wife is amazing. Timothy is a thriving student athlete. Everything's good over here in Rogersville. I can't complain. Now, if you have any, no, I'm just tripping. If you have any issues or anything unresolved with someone that's close to you or someone that you love, friend, family, even a foe, work it out today. Get it resolved, because nobody's promised tomorrow. Nobody. If your loved ones are still here, get it right. Let them know that you love them. Take advantage of each and every day to not only say it, not only show it, but to say it, show it, and confirm it. Figure out their love language, so when you putting in all that effort to show them that you love them, they can actually receive it. Because you don't want to be that guy or that gal that's doing all you can to show your love, and you're speaking French, and their love language is Romanian. Okay, I don't know. But you want to be speaking the language that they understand. You want to speak their love language, because, man, let me tell you, I only speak from experience. So that's why I'm sharing with you, because I've been there thinking I'm doing a great job. But all the love I was trying to show was not being received. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today or say today. I've done that too. We'll go see Granddaddy next weekend. Next weekend never came. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can say today. Don't just say it. Don't just show it. Say it, show it, and confirm it. Call up your parents if they still here. Trust me. Call them up if they still here. The other day, March 18th, would have been my father's 78th birthday. It would have been his 78th birthday. He died when he was 57 years old. Still ain't a day that go by that I wish I could pick up this phone right here and call that dude. He died when he was 57 years old. He would have been 78 on March 18th. Next weekend never came. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all as always. I see y'all in the morning for the I don't wanna work out no issues with you. You know why? Cause you're a habitual line stepper. You help me get better every day. Appreciate. Hey, Who is that? Somebody asked me to look at something in the Discord. I got to go look at something in the Discord. Hey man, appreciate that here to learn share. Thank you to everybody that tapped in. Thank you to everybody that pulled up. Make sure y'all go support um Mark and Mo. They moved their show to the Come Up Series channel. Y'all make sure y'all go support that. That's my dude. I be giving him a hard time, but that's my dude. I texted him the other day. I said, Mark, what in the world did you just post? He posted a video. I'm sitting there watching the video, and I thought a commercial had come on or something like that. But the video just stopped. I'm like, what in the world was that? Like, but yeah, y'all make sure y'all. I think they come on like every 2 weeks on Thursdays on the Come Up Series. It's a pre-recorded show, but they run it as if it's live, but it's a pre-recorded show. And I think they be in the chat, but I always catch the replay. I be busy. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the morning. Lil Hawk, appreciate that. Appreciate that Head Learn Show. I'll see y'all in the morning for the overnight price. Action. I'm gone, man. Yep.